Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Extol Unfiltered. I'm Angie Fenton.
I'm Ben Peine. Good morning. And the unfiltered, I think unfiltered means being real. And the real thing is it's Monday, and I've never been Mondayed harder than this Monday.
I can hear it. I can hear it
Get
in
the
your
baritone
voice.
going on this morning.
Yep. It also means that we bring our coffee. Big
Oh,
happy.
yeah. I'm trying to bring the big happy vibes in this morning because I need that.
Does that feel
Cloudy
good?
start.
Does that feel like drinking the coffee? Does that feel good on whatever's going on with your throat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as people are jumping on, can we take a look at that weather? Because
Oh, yeah. We'll take a look outside here. So we're going to be looking at mostly cloudy sky across the area. So it is kind of feeling like a Monday out there. And then as we, I'll bring up the radar here in just a second.
Okay.
But we do have some scattered showers that are going to be in the forecast here for later this morning and into the afternoon. So there's a look at our live radar sweep right there. And you can see that rain starting to move in from the west and southwest. So starting to pick up some heavier downpours around Du Bois County and into Perry County. And that is going to be kind of filling in and sliding our way as this front moves through the area today. So with some scattered showers, no severe weather with this, but maybe around a half inch or less of some rainfall across the area. So just a Monday, but we're going to get it out of here. And actually, we are looking at dry conditions tomorrow through Thursday and a more summer-like pattern later on this week.
Okay,
things will improve.
One of my favorites from Bennett 10 is your play ball forecast. Mm-hmm. Can I ask for a personal one?
Sure.
Can my kid play ball or soccer?
What time?
3:30 in New Albany.
I think mid-afternoon, this rain's going to be moving out.
Okay.
So like through early afternoon, plan on some of these showers, but I think mid-late afternoon, we're in good shape. So I think we're fine by then. Upper 70s, so not super warm out there for today with the clouds.
Okay. Well, it looks like it's summer, right? We should be
We're looking
expecting...
we're below normal today, upper 70s. Normal highs are like 85 this time of the year, so we're going to be back in the upper 80s later on this week. So, and hopefully feeling a little bit better as well.
I was going to say, so Ben is he's here for Extol Unfiltered, and like we said, we bring the coffee, but also we bring the authenticity and the realness. We invite you to comment. We love sharing your comments, weigh in on what we're talking about, but also...
You had a good question, not to interrupt.
Did I?
Last week about how much to spend on graduation.
Okay, I'm going to share that.
You want to visit that a little bit later?
Yes, a little bit
Because
later.
I need to edit what I was talking about last week.
Same. And so, yes, we will get to that. But speaking of coffee and mugs, we always love to throw this up there. This is one of our partners, Regalo, in New Albany. And New Albany, they have all things mugs. They are giving you exclusively 20% off in their mug life category. You have to order it from regaloart.com. Just use that code MUGGIN. They've got cheeky mugs. They've got beautiful mugs. They have locally made mugs. They have all kinds of different mugs. So for our Extol Unfiltered
they deliver.
And that's the best part. If you live within like a 25-ish mile radius, you might have one of the owners, JD Dotson, Laura Applegate, or one of their staffers who personally deliver it to
It's a chill store, fun store, but they
fun.
Hustle there.
They do. Yeah. They hustle. They hustle money right out of my pocket. I love you, Laura and JD, because I can't help it. That's my first go-to. That is absolutely my first go-to. So, all right. We were going to talk about...
There's going to be a lot of real stuff on this show, I think, today.
There is. There's definitely
some real stuff happening lately.
Are you ready for this?
Sure.
All right. Let's dive in. I mean, talk about life milestones that Ben and your amazing wife, Sarah, have experienced.
Yeah, so Hannah graduated. I feel like it's been like 2 weeks of just graduation stuff and preparation. So it's actually just nice to have it over with. It's, great to see family, have family around.
Absolutely.
And just preparing for the graduation party, preparing for this and that. And I don't want to take anything away from her moment. This is all about Hannah and her graduation, all her hard work. She got scholarships and rewards. And she is actually, I was talking about on Friday on Bennett 10, Ivy Tech, one of our partners, she's starting as a second year sophomore second semester at Bloomington. So that helps out, obviously, mom and dad and her and student loans and all that stuff. So congratulations to Hannah. But
love that.
Feel a little worn down as a parent after all this kind of an emotional roller coaster. You're like, should I be crying right now? Should I be happy right now? Or is it both? And so, and mom, Sarah, my wife, was, a little bit on that roller coaster yesterday.
They are super, I mean, obviously Hannah loves her dad, but Sarah and Hannah are very close.
Super close. And Sarah's putting together these poster boards with all the pictures and things that you see at every graduation. So you see your daughter throughout all the years, and it can be a little tough. And then we had it the graduation party at LOPH, the church, the Our Lady of Perpetual Hops, and it was an awesome venue.
Did you just call that the church?
Yeah, that's what people call it. You want to go to church Friday night? That's the Our Lady of Perpetual Hops. So that's in northern New Albany there off Grant Line Road. If you've never been there, they've got all those pinball machines, and we filled that place out, not just because of Hannah, but her close friends, Judd and Xander and Harley. We combined it to have it just one big party.
So if you look at that photo, those of you who have joined us, and again, please weigh in the comments. Maybe you're celebrating graduations, and life milestones as well. But look at all those photos in the corner. I love how you all did that. The banners from...
We got on a big ladder and got up there.
Oh, I love those.
So those were their athletic banners that were hanging in the gym. So a shout out to LOPH, by the way, because they let us just take over that place. And then if mom or dad needed a refreshment, they were there for us as well. So it was a good time. Had family come in from all over. So
before we show this photo, I mean, because I don't know what it's like. I mean, mine's 9, and every moment is I am that way. We call them happy tears. They're, but I wear my emotions here unless I have to put my game face on, and then it's like,
right.
But I'm okay with that, and I appreciate that when people share and show emotions. But I mean, how's it felt? Have you all?
I think just living in the now. I think Sarah puts it pretty good. Like the graduation wasn't like a sad thing at all. More excitement, get it over with, and then look forward to the next thing. I think the big hit is when she leaves, and then we've got an empty bedroom, and she's not farting on her mom or doing whatever silly things that Hannah does.
I love their relationship.
That's going to be hard.
So Ben sends the photos to me, and then I put them. It's a team effort here. I put them with a little background. This photo, though, I am not going to lie. Like, it's not even my kid. I absolutely love your family, and I mean, now we're all part of the team together, but this one choked me up when I saw this. I love that you took this photo.
There's Hannah's big head in the foreground there, but I had to share this one because she was laughing with her brother across from her. There's her dad in the background, obviously surrounded by family.
And her means Sarah, your wife.
Yeah, there's my wife there. If you can't see it real closely, she is just belly laughing. So I had to get a picture of that. So among the the tears and the stress and the anxiety, the moments of just having a great time. So if you're a parent who's gone through this, leave it in the comments. How do you navigate it? How do you get through it? I think you just stay in the moment, because as a parent, as you know, you don't have time to look back.
No.
Every stage just presents something that you just got to be there for.
And I think if you spend too much time, you miss what's in front of you. Mm-hmm. But at the same, I'm not even going to start there. At the same time,
we all signed up for it, right?
We did. I had that experience this weekend. Olive I was watching something and it had smaller planes, and she loves to be on a big plane, but she was like, I will never go in that. And I was like, let me show you something. Steve Cook classic biplane tours, which I believe his son or son-in-law just took over and moved it to Bardstown.
Okay.
And so I got to show her, actually, not only did you ride in one of these, but you rode in one with the top down.
Wow.
We'll share that sometime.
That's awesome.
But it's looking right now at what's happening in front of you. Oh, I love this comment from Ruby Doan.
Forever memories, family and friends. Congratulations. Yeah. Thank you, Rudy. Yeah.
Sorry, Rudy. Yes, absolutely. I mean, it just means the world. And again, on Extol Unfiltered, we are asking you, weigh in. share your comments. We love to hear what you're doing, how you're feeling, what you're experiencing. And so,
how's your Monday going?
how's your Monday going? Because Ben says this is the Mondayest of Mondays. Now, we're not done with graduation talk yet. So I want to show you, and I'll explain why I wasn't at Hannah's graduation, but I was still present. And when she opens her card, she'll be like, oh yeah, Angie did that.
But Olive was there, and Jason
Olive
was there.
was there. My 9-year-old is the one in the stripes, and she just loves Hannah.
They are having a good time running around all over that place.
Well, and this speaks to who Hannah is. I mean, this is her night, all of her friends' nights. And I mean, Jason and Olive didn't stay extraordinary, long. But the fact that Hannah held her hand and walked around with her and took that time, I mean,
yeah, it was just
Ben,
it was great that Olive showed up and got to meet family
she
and
loves
gives
her
a lot of
daughter.
hugs, and they could go outside too and play cornhole. And I saw Jason and Olive playing cornhole when they were heading out. So
Who won?
it was a good time. I'm not sure. You're gonna have to
Okay.
check in with that one.
But so Hannah texted me and Jason just to show how thoughtful she is. She texted me this. So explain, what did you have at the graduation for people to write messages?
Yeah, a book, and you could write advice and things like that. Yeah.
This is what Hannah texted me and Jason at 7:30 this morning.
This morning?
This morning. This says, Hannah, remember, you are enough.
Oh.
Love, Olive. That just
Advice
I
from
mean,
a 10-year-old?
9.
9-year-old?
9. Don't make fun of the enough. She's in 3rd, going into 4th grade.
That's sweet.
But I mean, and so she knows that for, almost 2 decades, I have been giving, it's called I Am Enough, a presentation at Assumption High School. I can go on and on about the numbers of it. And Olive now comes with me on many of those. And so we teach her, we are enough as we are, perfectly imperfect. And
Hannah was there that last year.
and
last one, yeah.
Hannah was there. And the fact that Olive, a 9-year-old, was saying, Hannah, you remember
That's awesome.
this. But
Yeah.
then that Hannah actually won. Is she working today? Is that why she was up?
She's out heading to the
Gosh,
pharmacy.
she's such a
Going
good,
to work.
such a good kid. Well, I made, oh my gosh. Hang on, I gotta pull this up. Brian. Oh, Brian Johnson. I went to school with Angie. She was always nice to me and always said hi. Hi, Brian. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I have so many good memories of school by growing up in rural Holly, Michigan. And Brian was always just awesome. Just awesome. And
That's
funny.
cool.
One of the funniest people. Wow, good morning, Brian. That just made my day.
See, that track's nice back then.
That makes my day. But also he probably, and I think a lot of people would also say the same, I also was like a go-getter, but you just treat people with kindness.
It goes a long way
It does go
for your entire life. Yeah.
For always, always, always. I'm going to jump over here though for a second. So on Saturday, and a lot of you know this because my hair is going to look real different in this photo. I tell you all the time. This is one of my favorite wigs that I've ever bought. I was shiny bald this time last year, battled cancer, and active treatment has just ended. I got this little port coming out tomorrow, so I'm very excited about that. Very hopeful that it's going to be an easy, just and it goes out. But they also told me to be super simple when they put it in. And it was, of all the surgeries I've had, that was my worst
Not
one.
as
So
easy.
I deserve an easy one, is what I think.
I kind of know what that's like because I had a septoplasty where they fix your nose.
Yes.
Because of allergies and stuff. They're like moderate surgery. That just seems like easy, right?
Yes. No.
No.
My mom,
It
my
was
mom's
very
a
rough.
retired nurse, and this is the thing that I have learned, and it's from her. It's individual,
Yeah.
and you are allowed to say, you know what? Because I always, it could be worse. Like I could have had this, what so and so has, and she's like, no. You are allowed to look at what's happening with you and take a moment. So part of the side effects of post-cancer, which a lot of people don't know this, one, it's individual, but two, that's worse than the cancer.
Right.
I've had poison dumped into my body for over a year. And so, of course, I want my body to be like what it was.
Well, then you push it.
And you push it and then you crash.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I have hard crashes. So I went to Becca Conkler, her daughter Mia. I went to her graduation party over in Clark County. This is Mia. She is going right into work from
Congrats, Mia.
Prosser to, oh my goodness, she does all things beauty. And obviously, look at her. She is a beauty. I could have used a little work.
Ready to go.
But I showed up in what I could do, authentic. And yeah, that's my hair. That's like my hair that's underneath this wig. But I had a really good time. I'm really glad I wasn't there for very long, and it was just me. So two things. One, I mean, I did. I'm in bed very early, and then my dad's coming to town this week. I'm having surgery, like I said, tomorrow to get the chemo poured out. Olive and I cleaned the heck out of her unbelievably messy bathroom, and then I needed to take a nap.
And that was
I was
it.
out. I crashed. I mean, my neighbor next door, we had, they were having a graduation party, and I mean, I couldn't get out of bed. And that's frustrating. And there are some sad moments. You're staring at the ceiling, going like you're watching life pass you by, and then you have to remind yourself this is temporary. And I know Hannah will know that I sent love, and also I was a part of how that card came together. And I know Ava, our neighbor, will understand that.
We all understand, yeah.
But it sucks. It sucks because it's something you can't control. But I do want to show you what I did for Mia's graduation. You asked, we talked about, okay, if you're going to grad parties, what's the gift?
And there's still more grad parties. I mean, we have another one to go to next weekend. And last week I said, I don't know, $100. But I was thinking as like a niece, nephew, close family member,
or friend.
But I think, then you've got, more acquaintance type friends that aren't as close.
Yes.
Then you're talking maybe $20-$25, but everybody's different, or $0.
And give them,
or you're just there.
And I look at it as right now, I mean, you're hard pressed to find somebody who isn't saying, you know what, money isn't stretching the way that it has.
Yeah. I think America's in more debt than it's ever been.
And so it just really depends on it just depends. So let me just show you this. But also, no, I have to say this. I asked, and I am so intrigued by this. I usually will get good engagement on questions, and I will respond back and things. People didn't want to weigh in on this one. And I don't know if it's because they didn't want to tell them themselves.
It's a little bit personal.
It is personal.
But I think, anywhere from 0 to, if you're super wealthy,
yeah,
give as much as you want.
I mean, if I were super wealthy, I'd be like, here you go.
Hannah will take as much as you want to give.
I am not super wealthy, but I did have one friend, Lindsay Fleming from Elder Advisors, shared something. And so I am not crafty. So those of you who are crafty, reserve your judgment, but I made it happen. So this is what I did. Can you see the 2025?
Oh, that is nice, yeah.
I mean, there's not supposed to be that much tape. But so there's little tiny clear rubber, those little hair rubber bands around them. And so that is a $20, that's a 10, that's a 20, and then that's a 5.
That's very generous.
And
creative.
And that was for Mia, and then gave some more, and I can tell you I tried it with $2 bills and a bigger bill that has a 0 on the end, or maybe another one, and then it just didn't work. So I just put them all together, rolled them up. $2 bills are supposed to be good luck. So
yeah, that's a good idea.
Them in there.
I like it.
So it made it happen.
But feel free to comment on what is a respectable gift, a good gift.
Yeah, or your favorite. I can't remember. I cannot remember.
I have no recollection.
I don't either. Adele Murphy says, I'm still telling my adult kids to enjoy every great day. Oh, I love Adele. I enjoyed our youngest child's graduations more, knowing how fast they go. Congratulations on Ben's daughter's high school graduation.
Thank you, Adele.
Yeah, that means a lot. The child that they have that I just love is Sarah.
I heard that from a friend yesterday. I was talking to my buddy Jason, because had an older daughter graduate and then has a younger one, and just being intentional the next couple of years of just enjoying it, living less trying to be less stressed, again, being in the moment, taking it all in, because it does just fly right by.
Well, speaking of that, so it's not just Hannah. Brady is in what grade?
He's going to be a junior, so this time next year he'll be going to be a senior. So yeah, flying by.
And doing it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely doing it again. Okay.
And he's going to Prosser with Mr. Hyde that Hannah had.
Mr. Hyde.
We love that Prosser. And Mr. Hyde was there too yesterday. So shout out to Mr. Hyde.
He is awesome.
He is a great dude.
He is
full of positivity.
And just goes above and beyond. I spoke to his class very near the end of school. And then like they connected with me. He has them do this. Connected with me on LinkedIn. I mean, I think that we'll have a couple of them as interns coming up in the fall. I got messages from them. They do a full recap. I mean,
yeah, he builds
magic.
Their confidence and they enjoy it.
Yeah, he is magic. Well, speaking of magic, let's check out this week's episode and I think one of our last.
Oh yeah,
of Hanging with Hannah.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another Hanging with Hannah presented by Rasmussen Chiropractic. Grab your calendars and let's dive into it. Starting off is the 2025 Strassen Fest Bike Ride. Registration is open. Get your gears in motion, registration is officially open. This event is a great way to get active and celebrate the spirit of Jasper. On June 9th through the 14th is the Floyd County 4-H Fair. Come celebrate the achievements of our local youth at the annual 4-H Fair. Support the hard work of young folk and enjoy a full day of fair fun. On June 12th is the Summer Bash in Salem. There will be free ice cream, exciting activities, and even dueling water slide lanes. Yes, all totally free. On June 13th, it's the Black Light Dance Party at Corden. Put on your brightest neon and get ready to glow. White or neon attire is highly encouraged and everyone is welcome to join in the fun. On June 14th, it's the Spring Fling Indoor Pop-Up Market at OLPH Brewery. Bring your squad, furry friends too, and come swing by. There will be local and small business vendors, tasty eats from Kingfish on the Rocks, mimosas, beer and cocktails, and of course, great vibes. Again, on June 14th, it's Ice Cream Social. Head to the beautiful grounds of the Culbertson Mansion for an afternoon filled with ice cream, lawn games, music, and even a self-guided tour through the first floor of the historic mansion. Looking ahead to June 21st is the Heber's Orchard Wine Run 5K. Come on by for an exciting annual event that features the amazing scenery and landscape of Heber's Orchard and Wine. That's all for this edition of Hanging with Hannah. Thanks again to Rasmussen Chiropractic for supporting the series. See you all next week.
HWH, Hanging with Hannah.
Hanging with Hannah.
Is that the last one?
Nope.
Is there another one?
She'll have a goodbye one.
A goodbye one, okay.
Yes, and so this is, I mean, talk about like the mature woman she is turning into. She knows how much time she has. She has a brand new job. She's getting ready to go to college very soon. And she has made that decision, which we always said to her, we'll keep you as long as you want to be here and can devote the time, but we don't want it to become stressful. And so she was, I mean, she even set us up. She's like, I've got these two here. And all I said was, could you just record one goodbye? So
yeah.
Hanging with Hannah, we're going to retire and we'll see what we are replacing.
We'll see what's next.
I mean, she passed the torch. No, we may have a different way in which we convey events from around the area, because I mean there's no shortage.
Oh, especially in the summertime. And again, thanks to you guys here at Extol for giving her that opportunity, because she has grown a lot here over the last 6 months or so.
Yeah,
maybe longer.
She is awesome. Okay, Ben, I told you last week. So Ben and I, we run that's part of why I crashed. But I mean, we run hard in terms of work and things, and we needed to get a new promo up for Extol Unfiltered, because it was the same picture, static picture over and over and over again of us. And so Ben, with the graduation party and all of that stuff, I recorded solo, but I got Ben in there. Here you go. I'm Angie Fenton, and you're invited to join me and meteorologist Ben Peine, 9 a.m. Wednesdays for Extol Unfiltered. We'll share about the latest happenings, spill a little tea, maybe drink a little coffee, and invite you to join in on the conversation. Join us 9 a.m. Mondays for Extol Unfiltered. Ben, it is the Mondayest of Mondays, and I'm going to tell you that is not the one. That is not the one. So I'm going to find it in just a second, and I'm going to put it back in there.
That looked good too, though.
But you weren't in there. I got you in there, darn
I'm right
it.
here. I'm right here.
You are right here. Well, speaking of that, we're going to show a photo momentarily, but Father's Day weekend is coming up, and like we said, Extol Unfiltered also means that we're going to share candidly. I have not seen my dad in 10 years, and when I was diagnosed, he left when I was 6, and it's just been this, distance. Lots of people can relate to that, but once I was diagnosed with cancer, it was right before Christmas, and he just out of the blue sent an email. Hey, Ange, which is what he always called me. Hey, Ange, hope family is well. Merry Christmas, love, Dad. And so I came back with, and again, we hadn't had any connection on his part, unfortunately, and some boundaries and things. And I just wrote back, hi, Dad, everybody's great. Thanks for checking in. Merry Christmas. I have cancer. Love, Ange. Sent. Dropped that on him. And you know what? I mean, and I say this often, I will never say thank you, cancer. I will never, but I will tell you that there have been a lot of blessings. And so, and for me, it's my faith. I believe that God used this awful disease, which, he doesn't go around striking people with. I don't believe that, to bring my dad back. And
That's
of all
awesome,
of my
yeah.
parents, my dad literally, like, I would mention some offhanded comment about like disappointment, and he'd remember. And for the first time in my life, my dad has been there. And so he is coming.
Dad is back.
For the first time, my daughter's going to meet her grandpa. And so he is coming on Thursday, and it will be the first Father's Day weekend that I remember celebrating with my dad.
That's awesome.
And Olive is at a theater camp this week, and Dad is going to get to be with me on Friday to watch her. And I mean, the sad fact is Dad never saw anything I did. He never came to anything. And so I'm going to be sitting there watching Olive, like, this milestone moment, and I already know it. It's like happy tears.
Tough and good.
And amazing. And,
Yeah.
and this is the way that I've described it is I can choose to look back at decades. I mean, there's no denying. He would even say it. He was not a dad. He was not a good dad. Or I can take the dad I have here and move forward, and that's what I choose.
Right. Which one do you want?
I choose that. But that's my big lead up. So into Father's Day weekend. You're a dad. What do you want?
I don't know. Probably just to chill. Like you say,
That's
we've been
it?
so busy.
Talk about a
Maybe go
$0 gift.
Maybe go golfing with Brady or something like that. But low maintenance this Father's Day.
What's the best Father's Day gift you've ever
We
received?
might be going to Patoka Lake for a little bit this weekend. So
That
that'd be
sounds fun.
But what was your question?
What's the best gift that you remember receiving?
Ooh. I mean, I keep all the cards, so just
Do you?
notes from the kids. Yeah. They're usually put somewhere.
So you're Mr.
So, yeah.
You're a little sentimental.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. What do you get for
But the things, I don't really need the things.
You don't need more socks or ties?
Yeah, right. No, just be around the
Time.
family and have that time to chill. Yeah.
So what do you give your dad?
It's usually a boring, like, Lowe's gift card, because my dad's always got a project.
That's weigh in. We love to hear, what do you give to your dads?
And if you're watching the replay later today or this week, continue to weigh in, because we'll still look at the comments as well.
And sometimes we'll bring them back and want to watch those. Okay, Ben.
How's your Monday going? June the 9th.
June the 9th.
We're already halfway through this year.
That's hard to
crazy.
believe. Okay, I told you I made a promo. Now we're going to see. It took me a second there. Ben and I, again, work on, we're hitting the ground running. We got a lot going on. And we wanted to film something. It just did not work out. But we needed something other than the static photo. So here it is. I got you in there. I'm Angie Fenton, and you're invited to join me and meteorologist Ben Peine, 9 a.m. Wednesdays for Extol Unfiltered. We'll share about the latest happenings, spill a little tea, maybe drink a little coffee, and invite you to join in on the conversation. Join us 9 a.m. Mondays for Extol Unfiltered.
I'm just bouncing in there. You made that.
Did that.
And you loaded it, found it while you're talking. The talents of Angie.
But
Fenton.
you just like
Yeah, that's how I come to work every day, just bouncing in.
It's sticker Ben. Did you notice that? Like you're sticker
Yeah,
Ben. So
nice work. Nice edits.
I mean, I was kind of proud of that only because I mean it doesn't really fit the tone, But yeah, sticker Ben.
Yeah, I stuck out. You could see maybe hopping right in.
All right, Ben. I am not gonna lie. I almost blocked you this weekend when I saw this. I actually have a friend. I mean, but you have to hear why, because I'm a vivid dreamer. Friends who post things like I mean, this my chemo port. It's just part of my body and it sticks out. But I mean, like if it was like this big gaping wound, I'm not going to share those photos. That's just not me. And the people who do that, who post, and I love you if that's you, but I also usually will like hide that particular post.
Yeah.
Or you share the massive spider that you found in your house.
I do like to share the creatures.
Yeah. So he did. He shared this. Give some context here, please.
So my buddy sent me this picture. It's a copperhead that was in his right next to his garage,
gosh.
and he's got 2 little dogs. So I didn't think this would become controversial, but I found out that when people start arguing back and forth, the algorithm spreads the post. So there's like 35,000 people. So I always compare it to like venues. That's more than the Yum Center can hold. People that saw this post because people are going back and forth about it. So there was like a group, like a Copperhead love group that popped in there. People saying that it's a federally protected species, which it's not. So I love animals, obviously. I'm showing animals all the time. The bird nerd segment that I do on Ben at 10. So
That's so good.
but my point was, and I love snakes. I used to have snakes in my house, in my bedroom. I used to have a python. There are snakes that I love, especially the black snakes that actually kill copperheads.
Okay.
But a dangerous snake like that, what do you do? And everybody had an opinion on that. Spray it, let it go away. Other people were like, that's a dead snake. So I'm just going to let that be. I don't care what your opinion is, whether you want to save it
comments.
or you want to kill the snake. It's a nope rope is what a lot of people call them.
Wait, say it again. Nope.
Nope rope. Any snake is a nope rope for some people.
Oh, because of
The snake looks like a rope.
it's a nope rope.
And a nope rope.
So, okay, I mean, you can't really tell, like, how big is this?
That's probably 3 or 4 foot long. And again, did not think it would be like this thing where people would go back and forth, but you never know. And then that's why, we're on social media, obviously, it's part of our business,
Right.
But there are parts that are frustrating about social media, and I think everybody would agree. I posted a map of the heavy rain just north of Salem, Indiana, where they had like roads washing out. And still somebody put up there I blocked him, but he's like, you're a hack. How am I a hack? I'm showing how much rain actually fell. And so I was like, all right, we don't need your comment in here. And so still like there's some back and forth, and people are sharing pictures and video like, yes, it's a real thing happening. It might not be happening in your backyard, wherever you're from, but an isolated flash flood event happened just north of Salem. And I don't know why people argue even about stuff like that. And that got 140,000 people saw that.
I took a video, Hope Southern Indiana. I'm on the board there. Our pantry shelves were almost empty. And I was there for a meeting about something else. And once I walked through there, I was like, whoa, we got to do something. Literally grabbed my phone and just started recording. I had Heather Liebert, who's the emergency services director there, tell us about the need. I hurried up, posted it, sat down for an hour and a half meeting, didn't think a thing of it. And that went a lot of places.
Yeah.
And then I started reading comments, and I mean, most were really supportive and good. And then there were ones that were like, stop bashing our politicians. And I was like, whoa.
There it goes. There's a certain level where these posts take off and then it turns into politics.
But then it was also like, and maybe don't judge what you think I am in terms of how I vote. Don't judge that, because you're probably going to be wrong. And also there was somebody who, though I wish this guy would have responded. He said, something about your generation. And I was like, oh, did we just become best friends? Because I'm pretty sure he thought I was from a younger generation. So I had to come back and go, sir, I'm Gen X.
Yeah.
And we're not complaining. 80% of people we feed or families, like neighbors help neighbors. That's all that it was. But they turned it into a political, it's an animal that once you let it out there, no pun intended.
And most comments were nice on mine.
Or interesting. I was reading them, or interesting perspectives. But okay, so
there are some in there that are just
Ben,
garbage.
You know this, living where you live. What do you need to be aware of when it comes to copperheads?
Well, stay away, because
Okay.
I could be wrong on this because I'm not a snake expert. They typically aren't going to kill you, but they can do some serious damage to your tissue and your whatever limb that it might, and you need to seek medical attention right away if that happens. So they are around southern Indiana, obviously, but a rattlesnake, obviously, I think that is a much worse issue if you run into a rattlesnake. But if you want to call an exterminator or whatever you want to do, I'm not sure how you want to handle the snake situation. Some people use a shovel. I'm not saying that. I'm not getting into the controversy. I'm not starting it. But you can look at the comments section on that post if you want some entertainment.
I will. You and I talked about this. So before Dad left, he built our basement, and then we had what was like, basically like a glorified, bigger mobile home. It arrived on two different, like half house is what I always called it, and then they put them together on top of an actual basement that Dad built. And we had a rattlesnake in that basement, and he killed it with a hoe.
There you go.
But for me, I mean, I'm so repelled by snakes. So repelled by snakes that, like, I'm not touching you. Although we did see some baby garters, and I love them because I know what they do for, like,
I think humans are, like, born with the instinct to, like, fear snakes, because even me that likes some snakes, if you see one, you're just like, you naturally.
Why did you have pythons in the house? Help me understand. Like,
I was like
puppies or pythons. I mean,
12 years old, trying to be cool.
Did you wear it like around you?
Sometimes, you'd get the python out, but I ended up that they're always mean to me. Like, I'd stick my hand in there to attack me. So I had like bite marks sometimes on my hand.
Okay,
and we had one time the cat knocked over the snake tank, and there had like 2 snakes in there. Don't know what happened to them.
In your house?
Yeah, we live in an apartment building then, so maybe the snakes are still slithering around.
Ben says they live in an apartment building. I'm about to say, then you burn the house down. You don't burn down the apartment building. Are you kidding me?
No. So then I stopped having snakes after.
So how were the parents about that occurrence?
I mean, it was the cat's fault, right? And what are you going to do? Like, we looked around for the snake and just couldn't find it.
Look at me. Oh, my gosh. Oh, yeah, right here. Diane, yes. Ben?
Shake the snake. I have caught him in my yard, though, before, and, like, brought him to the kids and tried to scare them, bring them in the house and things like that. So I do like snakes. But
can we make a pact that does not ever need to happen? I will take your photos willingly.
Yeah.
But that...
And like, some people kill snakes and whatever you want to do, but like, if that copperhead was in my yard, I would probably just shoo it away because I don't even want to chance getting hit by it. So
and
there's Aaron Pryor. Did you see that one?
Yes, I'll pull that one up. And I grew up, like I said, in rural Michigan. We had land that backed up to a national forest. We had all kinds of critters. I mean, obviously, you don't want a rattlesnake inside of your basement, but I had a 3-legged turtle, and I tried to raise the little tiny baby mice of the mama mice that died, but like if it's inside, like, we get them out, like unless you are a nasty spider, but other than that, like,
spider has no chance.
Spider not inside the house.
You know what's worse than a nasty spider? A mother spider that has 100 babies on its back. And then you squish that spider, and the babies go like this. It's happened several times inside of our house.
You're the only person I know who's ever seen that before. It's like little microscopic, like pins, like
dozens of spiders.
Horrifying.
Yeah,
that is horrifying.
That's kind of nightmare stuff.
That's why you pick them up and take them outside. Those are the ones you pick up and take outside. Let's go up to Aaron Pryor. Talk about one of the best humans.
Yeah, I've worked with Aaron and you worked with Aaron for a long time.
Oh.
Awesome guy. To my favorite Southern Indiana TV friends, hope you're all doing well. Love the show. Thank you for watching, Aaron.
Aaron or Aaron. I used to get to go to live shots with him, and man, Aaron he's funny. He's
is.
also another funny
Hard
one.
worker, photographer, multi-talented human being.
Yes, he and his wife as well. This one from Laura Adams. Some people are just not happy unless they complain about or judge others. Truth. That is unfiltered truth. If you missed it, we were talking about how people will comment on social media. Like once you put something out there, it's like, boom, you threw it out into the world and other people will take it.
And speaking of unfiltered, I mean, that's not just social media. Every one of us has a person like that in our life that kind of just drains the room of positive energy. And so what do you do with that? If they're a family member, you've got to always spend time with them, love them.
We're not throwing out any names, are we?
No, not at all.
Okay. It's not that.
Or
unfiltered.
friends, or acquaintances, or coworkers. You can't change them.
Do you know?
You sometimes have to be around them, and you just kill them with kindness.
Kill them with kindness, but I mean, again, this last year has really been a journey, and you know what I've done? I don't have
Not
to be
put up with
around
it?
them.
Right.
And I can love you from afar, but I don't tolerate that anymore, or I will try because you want them, like, what's going on with you to be that way or to feel that way. But ultimately at a certain point,
Yeah.
I will love you from afar.
Hey, sometimes I
far.
gotta check myself if I'm feeling like
Or if I'm the one
being
doing
negative
it.
or whatever.
Oh my gosh, yes. One of the worst parts about the last year, there's not much that I regret over the last year of decisions that I made, but there was one time that I was irrationally angry about something and could not see it from the other person's perspective. I mean, I do a lot of things not well, but one thing I think I do well is try to see from a variety of viewpoints, and I didn't. And so I went to her and face to face said, I am so sorry. And she said, it's okay. And I said, it's not okay. And Leia, she's one of my friends. And I mean, that grace and forgiveness that she extended to me, but I was the one who had this anger probably coming from, personal stuff, but she in no way deserved that. And so, yeah, check myself.
Extreme ownership is what they call that, right? You gotta own it sometimes.
And you do. Now, if I did get angry with you over the last year and I didn't apologize just now, just know that I'm not sorry. I'm not.
Sorry, not sorry.
It's been full emphasis on the not sorry, because sometimes showing those true emotions, those unfiltered emotions, it's part of life.
There you go. Unfiltered.
I love Diane.
We're neighbors.
Is Diane like talking about?
She's my neighbor, and her husband, Michael, got me off the roof the other day. I was stuck on my mom's roof.
Oh, he's
which
the one
doesn't
that
happen very often.
Okay.
But I was cleaning my mom's house, and the ladder fell down. I was stuck on the roof for only about 15 minutes, and
That's a
then
long
I
enough
got
time.
rescued by Mike Miller. Thank you, Mike.
Oh my goodness. So he's one of those that it's not love you from afar. We want to love those kind of neighbors up close.
And of course, I posted that picture, and then my former neighbor, Ron, liked to get on there and goes, oh, that's pretty typical.
Oh.
I've been in some misadventures out there
So
in the neighborhood.
We may need a book, The Misadventures of Ben.
I've been rescued a few times in different situations.
Now, Ben, before we go, because Ben at 10 is starting shortly, I wanted to show a quick promo from River Run, which is in the city of New Albany, and we're here in uptown New Albany. River Run is open, and they are offering exercise classes, swim lessons. Well, here, just take a look. River Run is so much
I always
fun.
forget it's there. It's like,
Oh my
it's right
gosh.
there.
Oh, people clamor to River Run. And what I love about it, if you are a New Albany YMCA member, you can do that. I mean, like walking in the lazy river.
Oh, nice.
And depending on which way you go with the current, it'll give you more of a workout. I'm looking for things that are low impact right now as I work on trying to
it's
grab my
perfect.
stamina back. And people rave about that. That's for sure.
That
So
time of year.
can we take a look at that radar one more time? It looks like
Yeah,
we're
let's take a look
closer.
at it. We can take a look outside as well, as we do have cloudy conditions across the area. So this is a live view here at the corner of Vincennes and Market Street, uptown at New Albany, and that is a look at the view. So we are tracking some rain showers, getting closer now, moving into Peine and Palmyra, Milltown, moving through parts of Crawford County, Harrison County, moving to the east. You see the south end of Louisville and down towards the Snyder and towards the Brooks exit in Bullitt County. Some heavy rainfall there. So we are going to have these scattered showers filling in over the next few hours. Kind of a slow moving front. So through the early afternoon, we'll have this rainfall around southern Indiana and then moving out by mid-afternoon for your, what do you guys have, soccer?
Shane Stuber, one-on-one soccer training, Olive,
okay.
every week, or she has lessons. So
We're going to try to dry it out for Olive by mid-afternoon.
we're gonna try to get that in. If nothing else, Shane Stuber is awesome. He's the New Albany Floyd County School Foundation Executive Director. He and his wife Cheryl are just two of the best human beings in the world. And so if nothing else, I just love that they get to engage. So
And with this rain that we've had, I feel like all spring season, I've learned how frustrating this is for roofing industries, paving industries. Firsthand, I know how frustrating these shower chances are. They can just interrupt a full workday.
And that's a lot of money.
And it's not only frustrating for them, but their clients. You got to reschedule stuff. So we're going to get some dry days here this week.
We'll have to talk about this in an upcoming Extol Unfiltered, because I mean we say that and boo-hoo, poor companies, and except no. It trickles down. Like if I can't work, I've got to, families. That's family members families are connected to that and impacted by that. All right, before we go, Perry Porter.
Good morning. In late here, sprinkle here in Borden. Yeah,
Okay.
we've got some sprinkles heading into the Borden Valley. Actually, those sprinkles will turn into a pretty good shower here in a few minutes.
Ben, I'm expecting that most likely during this upcoming Bennett 10. I mean, we're going to see this guy.
Yeah, I might pop it in there. We might talk a little bit more about it. The friendly copperhead.
I'm burning my computer after that. I did not block you after that. Well, however you spend the rest of your Monday, we hope you'll catch Ben at 10, but hope you also have a great start to your week.
Yeah, have a great week.